Welcome again to the Vedic Mystics channel and to this video, the second in the series on dhana or wealth yogas. This is from the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. The main players in this yoga are the fifth lord and the 11th lord. The fifth lord has to be in the fifth house and the 11th lord has to be in the 11th house. This is a requirement for all ascendants. In addition, for some ascendants, we need some other grahas conjunct or with the 11th lord as well. The fifth house signifies our purva punya or the destiny we bring into this life. The 11th house is the house of gains. Therefore, this yoga brings out the gains ordained by our destiny. People who have this in their chart would use their intelligence and creativity to amass wealth. For 7 of the 12 ascendants, no additional conditions are needed, just that the fifth lord is in the fifth house and the 11th lord is in the 11th house. These ascendants are Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. Another way to remember this is when the fifth lord is Venus, Moon, Jupiter, or Mars, no additional conditions are needed. The 11th lord gives the results of the opportunities that the fifth lord provides. Therefore, when the 11th lord considers the fifth lord its enemy, the yoga does not work very well. In these cases, the combination of additional grahas help overcome this enmity. When the fifth lord is Mercury, Sun, or Saturn, we have this inimical relationship which requires the presence of other grahas. When the fifth lord is Mercury, the 11th lord is Jupiter. Jupiter considers Mercury its enemy. To compensate, the yoga requires the presence of Mars and Moon with Jupiter. You could also think of Mercury as the prince, and to control the prince, you need the presence of the mother Moon and the commander in chief Mars. When the fifth lord is Sun, the 11th lord is Saturn. Saturn considers Sun its enemy. To compensate, we need the presence of Jupiter and Moon in the 11th house with Saturn. This scenario is for an Aries ascendant. When the fifth lord is Saturn, the 11th lord can be Sun or Moon. In the case of Virgo, it is Moon as the 11th lord. To compensate for the inimical relationship, the yoga needs the Sun and Moon to be together in the 11th house. Similarly, in the case of a Libra ascendant, Saturn is the fifth lord and Sun is the 11th lord. Saturn considers Sun its enemy. To compensate, the yoga needs both the Sun and the Moon to be together in the 11th house. This slide combines the combinations for all the ascendants into one slide. The ascendants in green require just the base criteria of the fifth lord in the fifth house and the 11th lord in the 11th house. Additionally, for Aries, we need Saturn, Jupiter, and Moon in the 11th house. For Taurus, we need Jupiter, Mars, and Moon in the 11th house. For Virgo and Libra, we need Sun and Moon in the 11th house. And for Aquarius, we need Jupiter, Mars, and Moon in the 11th house. This is another rare yoga with only 2 charts in my database of about 1100 charts of famous people having this yoga. The first example of a chart with this yoga is that of Umberto Agnelli. He was an Italian industrialist and politician, and the CEO and chairman of Fiat, the car maker. In his chart, the fifth lord moon is in the fifth house, and the 11th lord Saturn is in the 11th house. Given that it is a Pisces ascendant, no additional conditions are needed. The second example is that of Robert Cade, a physician, professor, and inventor who became famous and wealthy for the invention of Gatorade. In his chart, the fifth lord Mercury is in the fifth house and the 11th lord Jupiter is in the 11th house. Given that the ascendant is Taurus, we need additional grahas. The yoga asks for Mars and Moon to be in the 11th house with Jupiter. In his chart, we have Mars and Moon in the 5th house aspecting the 11th house. Given the rarity of this yoga, I feel we can make this concession. Thanks again for watching this video and share in the comment section if you know others who have this yoga.